very unusual for me.
That seems a fair price.
I don't usually play Bethesda games, any Bethesda game, after the first time without mods, because I mean, Bethesda make great
You've
games,
made a good...
but they don't tend to make them... They could do better. There's room for improvement.
You've made...
And the modding communities are usually simply fantastic for these games, so...
You've made a good bit of gold.
You can usually get a...
Thank you for...
You can usually get some good games, some good...
I'm listening.
Changes for the games through these.
Who told...
Through mods.
Rustlin and Laurent.
Nope, still doesn't trust me.
I'm listening.
I am going to keep bribing her.
For me? Thanks.
Okay, that's as much as I can bribe her.
Who told you? Rustlin
And she still doesn't trust me. Okay, I know that she hates Thoronir, so maybe if I do something for her...
I think you might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Perhaps you can assist us with a problem we're having here in the Market District.
Well, I can see it's the only way I'm going to get you to tell me about these corrupt watchmen, so go ahead.
I'm the chairperson for the Society of Concerned Merchants. We formed this group a while back to keep a nice, fair economic balance in town. Not every store is a member, but we're slowly trying to convince them to join. Everything was fine until Thoronir opened his shop nearby. Selling all sorts of merchandise, he undercuts prices like you wouldn't believe. He doesn't always sell what we sell, but it is still a problem. People who buy tend to want to spend their money there. That leaves none for us. It's getting so bad a few of us may have to close up shop. He outright refuses to join the society or even discuss the matter. We are convinced he's up to no good. What we need is for you to case his establishment and figure out where he gets his inventory. Find some proof of his wrongdoing, and let us know. We cannot do it ourselves, as he recognizes all of us. The job pays a fair bounty in gold when he is brought to justice.
Now to me this sounds a lot like a group of merchants bullying everybody into joining their club so that they can keep the prices high. I would very much like it if Thoronir was innocent.
I hope you're more successful uncovering his...
But, spoiler,
his inventory
he's
must
not.
be stolen.
Do you like me anymore just because I've talked to you about it? No, of course you don't. Okay.
Thanks again for your help. We had no other place to turn.
Stealing people's things is a very, very good way of making money, but not when they're looking at you. And plus you have to be a member of the Thieves Guild, otherwise you can't sell the things. This is Thoronir, this is the fella I'm supposed to be casing. He's not really going back to his shop, so I'm not entirely sure. To be perfectly honest, I've never before seen him wandering around. I've always caught him in his shop. Surely he should be, you know, busy selling things. If the guy spends all of his time walking around the market, I can't imagine that there's that much competition for legitimate working merchants like yourselves, of course. But again, I think it would have been a really good twist to the game if you had a choice of ways of solving this. You do have a choice of ways of solving this. But I think it would have been quite interesting if one of the options was to uncover this great price fixing scam where all of the merchants in town were in on it and they were just trying to bully. And I mean, let's look at what happens. One guy refuses to join their club and keep prices high, and they hire the first guy who looks like this, with a goblin's head on the end of a stick and no trousers, remember. They hire him to go and investigate. I mean, they obviously aren't expecting me to go and wave at the guy and ask him nicely. They hired me because I look like I'm gonna go and beat him up, murder him, kill him, steal his wife, I don't know. This is something that everybody should do when they start Oblivion, is go through all of these... Sorry, I just had to get some pants. They're useless pants, but I can't walk around like this. Search through all of these boxes. For some reason it's not labelled as stealing, despite the fact that obviously the amount of things that are here, they must belong to somebody. Again, there are mods that I've used that do make the things out here count as stealing, which is a good thing because it really should be.
Get your Black Horse Courier here.
Yeah, why not?
Have a copy of the Black Horse Courier. It's the only way to get the real news. Feature story on the Grey Fox.
What a cheerful fellow. I mean, if he's not going to go anywhere, there's nothing really I can do here. And I would like as much as possible to pretend that I'm at least a normal person. And I'm not really carrying any loot at the moment that I want to sell or get rid of. That I haven't already, of course. So I suppose, let me see, where can I go? I've just realised that I was thinking ahead of myself. This guy over here is not Thorinir, he's Agamir. Spoilers, he is involved in the Thorinir story, but he isn't actually the he's not actually the guy I'm actually trying to case, so you'll have to excuse me for being an idiot. This is Thorinir.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
If I ask him about his inventory...
What about my inventory?
Where do you get it?
Well, that would be a trade secret. I can't divulge how I pass the great savings on to you now, can I?
He's such a nice guy.
Just like a baker not revealing his best recipes, I must keep my sources anonymous, or every merchant in town would use them. Suffice to say, they are quite reliable and low cost. That way, you walk out with a full coin purse.
I really do think that I'm running mods at the moment. I don't think that's what that guy normally looks like. But I honestly can't... I honestly don't know... How can I put this? I have so many mods for Oblivion that I can't be certain that I turn them all off. Is about the best I can say. Now, my quest is telling me to wait for him to go to sleep and then follow him. I'm not really going to be stealthy carrying this torch around, for one thing. I'm trying to think of how would be the best way to do this for entertainment for you. Well, aren't you, Shiny?
Antus Vannon, retired. Sleep late and read trashy books. I don't keep up with the Mages Guild affairs anymore.
Maybe you can tell me where the Mages Guild is. No, you can't.
He's that Imperial Watch captain that's always chasing after the Grey Fox and the Thieves Guild. Chasing after shadows, if you ask me. The Thieves Guild probably doesn't exist, and it's a sure bet the Grey Fox doesn't either.
This just reminded me what I was here to do. I was going to join the Mages Guild.
Greetings, Imperial.
It's not actually possible to join the Mages Guild here. So, I will go to the nearest city, which looks to be Bruma. Or I could go to Coral. Actually, they all look pretty close except for Liu. Now, I can't speak Welsh, but if this place down here is pronounced, if it's Welsh, I don't know. I think I'll probably go to my... Is my favourite city actually here? Where is my favourite city? My favourite city is Shadenhall, which is over here. So I will go there. I'm going to walk because how do I place a marker? There is a way, I'm sure there is. But anyway, I am going to walk because I happen to think there's a lot to see in Oblivion, and you miss out on a lot of it if you use their fast travel system that makes you instantly whoosh there. I could just skip straight there, and if I have to do a lot of back and forth in the game, I will, I promise, use it, but for now I think you're probably better off just getting a feel for and plus it's quite nice to look at, and it will give you a chance to see what it looks like if you've never played it. Personally, I strongly suspect that most people who watch this will have actually played Oblivion. I can't imagine that they're I can't imagine that you would have searched for this if you haven't played it, especially seeing as the game is however many years old now. I'd like to take this opportunity, seeing as I'm going to be walking for a while, to talk a little bit about the randomness in this game. Some people always feel that things are completely randomly placed around around the game, like all these caves and plants and things. I will not deny that occasionally I do believe that that is the case, but I know for a fact that it's not always the case. I've played in Morrowind in particular, often you'd find water-breathing plants when you had to go through a swimming section, or you'd find I don't know, fire-resistant plants when you were about to walk into a volcano. I don't seem to recall walking into a volcano at any point, but I must have said that for some reason. Now, this is what I like about Oblivion. These randomly placed things that people always complain about, I am literally surrounded by them right now. There's a fort up here. There's a thing over there. I can see in the distance the Imperial City, which I've just come from, the Imperial Prison. I mean, I don't mind. That's a wolf. That is a wolf. You might have seen up in the corner it said that my destruction skill had been improved. The wolf was carrying a wooden spoon. Apparently this wolf likes to eat with cutlery. What a polite gentleman that is. And I just threw fireballs at a rock. I'm pretty sure that rock was looking a bit shady.